Hello, and welcome to another live chapter reading of The Worry Not by Mary Bleckwehl, as presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Prologue. My twin sisters turned me into a worry wart with one simple question, but I don't blame them. They were only 4. Rourke. On the day of the simple question, Dad was in the basement with a blanket wrapped tight around Carson in an attempt to calm him after Mom accidentally mentioned the S word, storm. The mere sight of a cloud or word about weather always sent Carson whimpering to the basement. The simple question came from my sister Eva. Will Carson always be this way? You mean scared of storms? Mom replied. Yeah, that. And needing somebody to take care of him. Probably. Forever? Lucy stretched the word out long as she leaned forward and peered into Mom's face, waiting for an answer. Tears sprang into Mom's eyes as she choked on her words. Daddy and I will take care of your brother as long as we can. It's okay, Mommy, cooed Eva as she stroked Mom's hand. Carson can live with Rourke when he grows up. Rourke's good at taking care of him. The moment Mom nodded in agreement was the moment my stomach turned itself into a knot, because Eva's wrong. I'm not good at taking care of others. I have trouble taking care of myself. Chapter 1. When you're 12, are you too old to have an imaginary friend? Rourke. I lie in my bed, staring at the glow-in-the-dark stars on my ceiling, and wonder what it would be like to go to the same school as Carson again. Since tomorrow's the first day of middle school for me, I'll soon find out. It shouldn't matter that I have a brother who has trouble fitting in, but it does. I hate it when kids are mean to him and he doesn't even realize it. Mom and Dad expect me to watch out for him, and I want to protect him. But how am I to guard him from Bart the bully and all the other middle school awfuls? Finally, I relax. I'm warm and safe and asleep until someone shoves me. 6 or 7 kids poke and taunt me. I back away. What's with your brother? They chant. Leave him alone, I beg, but the gang shoves me closer and closer to the edge of something. The sound of rushing water gets my heart pumping, and I push against them, fighting to get away. I fall, jolting awake. My arms and legs thrash around in my blankets, and my heart attempts to leave my chest. I force my body to use the breathing I learned in Boy Scouts to calm myself. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Finally, my temples no longer feel like they're ready to explode. But there's something else. No, someone else here. Oh, not again. Sam's back. Chapter 2. Thank goodness for Rourke's help in getting Carson to school. Mrs. Berger. I snapped my alarm off at 7:02 a.m. Another night of bad dreams and another morning of gut ache. Something wet and slimy licks my arm as it dangles over the edge of my bed. Good morning, Hank, I mumble. Where's your twin sister? I hear a soft wolf and coax my eyes open a sliver to see our 2 Irish setters staring at me. I pat their heads and stare out my window in the direction of Hazard Middle School. According to Dad, it's exactly 1.1 miles from our house. If you live more than a mile away, you can ride the bus. But who wants to ride the bus when you're in middle school? Carson's been riding the short bus there the past 2 years. It's for kids who don't do well on the regular bus of pranks and flying food. Since I'm attending the same school as Carson this year, Mom insists we walk together. The autism specialist wants us to give Carson some independence, Mom told me last night. So one of his goals this year is to walk to school. I didn't understand the logic. Mom, how is walking with me helping Carson gain independence? She just rubbed my head and said, Oh, Rourke, don't worry. It will be fine. Fine. My family is all about fine, except me. For weeks, I'd been telling myself it would be no big deal to be in the same school as Carson again. But after last night's nightmare, I'm not so sure. And if my imaginary friend Sam is back, it means my concern over Carson has increased too. The thought pulls at the knot forming in my stomach. The worry knot. I glance at the clock. 7:10. I need to get going. After a quick shower, I lean toward the bathroom mirror. My hair is bleached from the summer sun, and the waves are, well, very wavy. Where does my part look better? I try it on the right. On the left. I add water to my comb and push it all straight back. Yikes. I can't look like a goon on my first day. I decide on the left part. Back in my bedroom, I rummage through my dresser and change from a brown polo shirt to a faded blue tee. Imaginary Sam gives me the thumbs up just before I hear Mom. That shirt looks great, Rourke. It matches your eyes. Oh, hi, Mom. My face grows warm. It's a t-shirt. Guys in middle school wear t-shirts. She tousles my hair and laughs. Better grab some breakfast. Finny will be here soon. Come on, Carson. Let's find your other shoe. Carson is wearing his usual 2 layers of Superman shirts and carrying his sticker collection box. Does my shirt match my eyes too, Mom? Absolutely, Carson. You look great. As I slip my shoes on, I get an idea and hustle down the stairs with both dogs on my heels. Mom, I'm going to be leaving early for school every day so I can get some extra homework time in. Carson can ride the short bus like he did last year. Why, Rourke? Mom hands me a banana and a Gatorade along with her proudest moment smile that makes me warm inside. I love the way you're already thinking about your grades. Well, I don't want the teachers to think I'm a slacker or something. That's wonderful. She gives me a mom hug. I pull away before she gets all mushy. I'm going into 7th grade. I twist off the Gatorade cap and take a drink. However, you can get up early and do homework here. She glances into the hallway where Carson is struggling with which shoe is left and right. But Mom, what if Carson runs off on the way to school or stops to count the cars on Emerson Street? I'm not his babysitter. Mom's eyes widen and her lips quiver. Too late, I realize I was practically yelling and sense Sam urging me to let it go. Hey, Burger Brothers, Finny calls through the screen door. Are we ready for the big time? My best friend's arrival ends the chance for me to apologize to Mom. Plus, Carson scrambles out the door, forcing me to throw my drink into my backpack and take off after him. Come on, Finny. Carson's fast. Enjoy your first day of school, boys. Carson, wait at the stop sign for your brother to help you cross. Running with a backpack full of school supplies isn't easy, and within 2 blocks, something cold drips down my back. Hey, wait up, Carson. I know you're excited about the first day, but we don't need to make this a race. Carson flaps his hands and keeps running. I can't be late. Miss Cynthia will be mad. I can't be late. Miss Cynthia will be mad. Finny and I sprint to catch up. You weren't kidding. Carson's a rocket, proclaims Finny. Carson, we're not late. Please, stop. Stop was apparently the magic word as he came to a halt and waited for us. Breathing hard, Finny slaps Carson on the shoulder and laughs. Man, you should be on the cross-country team with me. You're fast. Fast. Yes, I'm fast. Carson rocks back and forth and looks anxiously toward the school. Miss Cynthia's waiting to see my new sticker collection. Still trying to catch my breath, I give him a big smile. Yes, she is. But you have 9th grade legs. As a favor to me and my 7th grade legs, could we walk the rest of the way? Carson reluctantly agrees, then reminds me 4 or 5 times that Miss Cynthia needs to see my stickers. 2 blocks from school, I turn to Carson and touch his arm. He flinches as if I just gave him an electric shock. Hey, Carson, remember how Mom says you're supposed to try things on your own? He rocks back and forth again and stares at the sidewalk. Every day, when we get to Emerson Street, you can walk on ahead. Carson claps an awkward sort of way and makes a 180-degree turn, enthusiastically marching down the sidewalk as if headed to a national sticker convention. No flapping, no running. Finny high-fives me. Rourke Burger, you win the Brother of the Year prize. Finny is being sincere, but the butterflies begin to flutter as I watch Carson go. Maybe I shouldn't let him walk alone. It should be no big deal. Just in case, I'll stay close to make sure he makes it okay. As we near the school, the butterflies multiply. Kids pile off buses and move toward the school entrance. With all the foot traffic, I lose sight of Carson for just a second. I scan the crowd. My throat tightens and I have trouble breathing. I exhale with relief as I see him wave at his old bus driver. "Hi, Mr. Phil," Carson yells and bolts in front of a moving bus the size of Texas. Chapter 3. I googled remedies for worry. 1. Stay active. 2. Don't drink alcohol. 3. Write your worries down. 4. Breathe. Rourke. I gasp. My feet are cemented to the sidewalk. Carson's going to get run over by a bus and die on the first day of school. I want to die too. My mother will kill me anyway. When she hears I let him walk on ahead by himself. My chest pounds and I'm back in the same nightmare that's been haunting me all summer. I hang by my fingernails on the cliff's edge with dark waters swirling below, only this time I'm not asleep. I sink to my knees on the sidewalk. Sam screams inside my head to do something, so I do. "Carson, look out!" I'm positive the entire middle school universe hears me, but Carson freezes. Luckily, Mr. Phil has been practicing stopping on a dime and misses Carson. Someone hauls me back from the ledge as I fall forward, holding the sides of my head in my trembling hands. "Thank you, Sam," I whisper. Finney gives me a confused look. "What did you just say?" I shake my head as I return to reality. "Nothing. Nothing." I pick myself up from the sidewalk and numbly walk toward the school with the realization that Carson is always one step away from an accident. No matter how I try to relax when I'm with him, I can't. He's my brother, my only brother, and I can't let anything happen to him. And Sam? I shake my head in frustration. I thought he was long gone. I'm almost 13. Only little kids have imaginary friends. When I enter the school, I nearly collide with Peter Saltzman, my redneck neighbor with the monster mutts. Could my day get any worse? "Your brother okay?" He must have witnessed the near-miss bus incident. "Fine," I mumble my family mantra and head straight to the bathroom to decompress. Standing in one of the stalls, I lean my forehead against the coolness of the metal door. Breathe. My Gatorade-soaked shirt is sticking to my back. Breathe. Carson almost got run over by a bus. I let that sink in. Breathe. This kid is more accident-prone than anyone I know. When I step inside my homeroom, I've suddenly stepped back in time. Miss Thompson stands at the front of the room, the same Miss Thompson who was the social worker I told my deepest secrets to in elementary school. She looks up and smiles at me. My luck just changed. This awesome person is not only my homeroom teacher, but my science teacher, which means she's the first and last teacher I'll see every day. As Miss Thompson begins telling us about our schedule, I close my eyes. Her calm voice explains the in and out of 7th grade. I grew to love that voice when I had my one-on-one time with her in 4th grade. I seldom looked at her then either. I just listened. And now, even though she's talking about homework and how to avoid detention, her voice is the next best thing to a hot fudge brownie sundae. I want to get to school on time every day just to hear that voice. Finney apparently notices me in dreamland. He whispers, "Tell your mom that coming to school early for homework is mandatory." I smile and settle into my seat. The worry knot in my gut relaxes. I hate to leave, but there's more to middle school than homeroom. Finney and I walk to art class, where I take a seat across from a girl I don't recognize. Wait, that's Mousy Monica Monahan. Wow, what happened to her over the summer? In 6th grade, she was just a regular girl with a pointy little nose, and now she's not mousy at all. Finney notices her too and fans himself. Monica turns and catches me staring. My face heats up as I look away, but not before I see her lips curl up. She moves her long tan legs closer to the aisle and crosses them. How am I going to get a decent grade in here with this distraction? Maybe she'd like to go to the movies with me, like I'd ever get the nerve to ask. During study hall, I get introduced to the crazy world of hippie teacher Mad Marls. I've heard stories of students being cruel to her and taking advantage of the fact that she's a tad wanky. Toward the end of study hall, someone's phone rings with an obnoxious foghorn sound. Everyone holds their breath and eyes Mad Marley's to gauge her reaction. Everyone out! What? She thinks it's the fire alarm and directs us to evacuate. Naturally, we're the only class standing outdoors, and it doesn't take Mad Merrill's long to figure out there's something weird about that. Back inside the classroom, I notice her 2 hearing aids. The poor lady can't hear. When study hall ends, kids spill out the door, laughing so hard I'm afraid they'll have some internal injuries. It dawns on me I haven't thought of Sam or Carson for an entire hour. Distractions can be good, but unfortunately this one is at the expense of Mad Merrill's hearing disability. My stomach growls. Only one more class before lunch, thank goodness. Math is loaded with guys from the baseball team, including Bart the bully. Judging from the crowd surrounding his desk when I walk into the room, he's still numero uno on the popularity chart. But he's a jerk in my book for how he treated Carson last summer at our first baseball game. Thinking back, I still regret not pummeling him. If Sam were real, he and I would have taken old Bart out. Carson had been sitting in his usual spot by the dugout that day, thumbing through his notebook and bag of stickers. That's when Bart got off the bench and wandered over. "Hey, Big Burger brother, you know you're wearing your shirt inside out. Do you do that so it matches your brain?" I may not be a fan of some of Carson's behaviors, but no one talks to my brother that way. I was about to tell Bart this when he turned to me. "Burger, what's wrong with your brother anyway?" Sounding a lot more confident than I felt, I told him, "Absolutely nothing. My brother has autism, Bart. He was born with it. How about your brother? What's his excuse?" Laughter spilled out behind me. Apparently the baseball guys liked that one because Bart's brother is a 17-year-old pothead who has no time for Bart. It was a cheap shot, and I know it. Bart can't help he has a deadbeat brother. For a second, I wish I could take the words back. But then again, how many times had Bart said mean things to Carson? When we got home that day, I laid it out for Dad. We've got to do something about the way some kids treat Carson. He's a sitting duck for teasing with his stickers and flapping and trillion Superman shirts. Don't you see the way people look and whisper when they see us coming? They're mean. That isn't right. Dad just shrugged like it was no big deal. It's fine. You'll always have kids who are looking to say mean things, but Carson doesn't seem to mind what others say, so don't let it bother you. I wanted to yell, "No, it's not fine, and it bothers me because I don't want Carson being harassed." But Dad got a call from Hazard Technical College, where he is security director, and had to run off to find who set a fire in the dorm trash can. The other thing is, I care about making friends as much as I care about defending my brother. I worry about whether I can do either. Doing both seems impossible. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the chapter reading. Good night.